Hey, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Today we have Valerie here. Valerie, according to Adenilson, she didn't like to hear that because she's French, so her name has to be pronounced in a French way, Valerie. Well, she's a new friend of mine, I have to say. I was looking for a teacher, a French teacher for my youngest daughter, and another friend put me in touch with her, but she had a very busy schedule, so she friendly denied it. Anyhow, we kept in touch. I invited her to join the group, and she said yes right away. We met just once, and it was really nice. It was a wonderful afternoon that we spent together. And of course, I would like to be her friend. So here she is, and I'm gonna get to know her through you because you're gonna have questions that I would never imagine to ask her. So let's go ahead, guys. Valerie, give us a little introduction about yourself before we start with the
Yeah.
questions, please. Thank
Hey,
you.
good evening, everybody. What nice to see you there. Yeah, I'm Valerie. I'm French, living in Netherlands for now 25 years, and yeah, I came here to for love because I met my husband, and he was Netherlands, so I came here to live with him. And now I have two children, 14 and 20 years old, and I'm alone with them. And yeah, and I stayed in Netherlands. My husband died, yeah, a long time ago, and I stayed in Netherlands with my children. So, and that's it. And now I'm just ask what you want, and I will answer.
All
And
right, so the news is
what you
ready.
want to
Thank
know.
you.
Okay, thank you so much, Valerie, for coming here to this wonderful meeting. I would like to first share the city that you live. The name of the city is Maastricht, all right?
Maastricht.
Maastricht. It's hard to
Maastricht.
pronounce. I'm
Yeah.
gonna share. I'm gonna share the your city so you guys can see the place. Okay. Uh, it's right in the south of Netherlands. By the way, I always struggle to say. I don't know whether I say Netherlands or Netherlands or Holland because here in Brazil, the name of Netherlands translated to Portuguese is like Holland. Okay, it's like Holland translated to Portuguese. So, what is the meaning of Holland? Why
Okay.
Holland and why Netherlands?
Netherlands, yeah, it's the official name from the country. It's Netherlands, and Holland is just yeah, a regio, a
A
part,
region, a
a region.
region.
Thank you. It's just a region of the Netherlands. Only yeah, it took the region is was almost the whole country. So and bit after that they grow the country around of the sea, took some country on the sea, and then they name it Netherlands. So that's
Maybe,
a
sorry to interrupt.
post name now.
Adenilson, can you please go back to the map of the country so she can try to explain a little bit better? Because what she's trying to say is that on the north part of the
Yes.
country, there are some provinces, the region
Yeah.
north of the country. Let's go up,
And
starting
on
from
the yeah, all
Amsterdam.
the all everything, a lot of things which are above Amsterdam with
Yes.
the IJsselmeer. Do you see the IJsselmeer? It was closed before, and they just open it and just make a mere to get some more land north from the north, in the north of yeah, all these are new lands just upstairs
And
in the
and
north.
the
Yeah,
and the name Netherlands, which means lower lands. I
lower
mean,
lands. Yeah,
uh, um, it's not at the same level of the sea. It's below
it's
sea
below.
level, below sea
Yes,
level.
yes.
And there
And
and
if you go upstairs, just go to the north of the country, and you see north, north from Amsterdam. Do you see the A7?
As
A7, just above there. Yeah, there. When you north by Den Oever. Yes, you see this one. That is a highway which is going on the sea. And when you're on this highway, you're under the level of sea. So you above the sea on the bridge, and you're under the level of the sea. It's very
shallow.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And there are any beaches in Netherlands because it's below sea level, so there are beaches or not?
Almost no, but only a little bit on the south. In the south, north not. North of Holland, there is no beaches. Only there, in Zeeland. That's the name, Zeeland. There you have some beaches. Yeah.
Let's show why Maastricht. What motivates you to move from France to Maastricht? Why?
Hello, I'm leaving. If you see Maastricht and you're going up north, you see Maastricht Airport, and that's where I'm living, just next to the airport, because I'm living in Ulestraten, just right to the airport. Ulestraten, do you see it?
The airport.
And why there? Because my husband was a pilot, and he was he was working at the airport from Maastricht. So we just came to Maastricht, and we just live there.
It's not a big city. It's how many people live in Maastricht?
In Maastricht, how many was it? I don't remember. It's not that big, but
let me see
I can look for it. I don't remember.
Let's see the distance from here to Amsterdam.
Oh, to Amsterdam. Yeah, it's a little city. Amsterdam is much bigger. And Amsterdam to here, it's around 200 kilometers.
Sure.
But 200 kilometers in Netherlands is very far. Because in Netherlands, you only have highways. There's everybody which wants to go to north have to take the same highway. So it's always very busy, and there is always a lot of traffic. 200 kilometers, but it's a lot of times you do 3 hours on it.
Wow, 3 hours.
Yes, because of the traffic. It's always in Netherlands. You have to, just in the south of Netherlands, where I'm living around Maastricht. This morning there was 900 kilometers file. How do you say that?
Traffic jam.
Traffic jam.
Yeah.
Just in this little part of Holland. So it's just you just can walk next to the car.
well located because you're next to Belgium, you're next to Germany.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing because you can go to Belgium and like I said just before, for example, the benzine for the car.
Gas
costs 40 cents per liter less in Belgium than in Netherlands. So it's in Netherlands it's €2 and in Belgium it's 1.60. That's very good.
Another question, guys. Sorry, I'm finished. Okay, I promise. I would like to ask the story behind the Dutch windmills and the tulip fields in Netherlands.
Hello. The tulip fields are more north from where we're living. In the south of Netherlands, where I'm living, it's much more for yeah, it's the feeding area from Netherlands. So we have potatoes and maize and this sort of things. And north, it's the tulips. And if you're lucky, you can see the fields like this, and it's very, very nice to see. Not only tulips, but you also have the flowers, and the windmills. They are there just to pump the water because it's under the sea level. There is a lot of water, so they just pump the water from one level to the other one, just to have some dry lands. And that's why there was a lot of windmills in Netherlands, just to pump the water out of the field so that we can plant in the field.
Yeah, but the tulip flower is not originated from Netherlands. It came from another country. I think it's not original from Netherlands, all right?
That's true, but I don't remember where it comes from.
Turkey was that.
Turkey. And how about the tulip flower as a currency in the 17th century?
Yeah. At this moment, there was the flowers, the tulips are coming from a bulb, like an onions, and that was the currency that they were paying with bulbs, with onions, tulips, onions. How do you know that? Say that? I don't know how you say that, but yeah. And they were paying with that, and that was an exchange, and that was a way to pay. Yeah, so that was in Netherlands before.
Okay, thank you so much for your questions. Sorry, guys, for my lot of questions.
That's okay.
All right. Okay, Eric.
What is the main difference between, let's say, French people and Dutch people?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
A lot. I will say yeah, for me, yeah, because but I will say it's a big difference eating. Dutch people just eat every time, doesn't matter when and how, and just, yeah, they don't know how to eat. And French people, we just go on table and we go cook for each other, and we sit on table and we go to eat and we eat together. Dutch people don't do that a lot.
More informal, let's say.
Yeah, I don't know. When you're invited to someone, to go to someone, yeah, they just invite you, and then you get coffee, and then and then you get a piece of pie, and after that you get a lot of little things to eat, but you never go to someone and sit on table to have dinner. And French people, we come each other, yeah, we see each other around a table. So that's one of the big difference, I will say. And then I'm from south of France, and south of France, people are much more open, friendly. Yeah, you go to a bar, and yeah, within 50 minutes you can speak with someone. Here in Netherlands, you can stay a whole evening alone on the table. Nobody comes to speak to you. So it's very difficult.
I guess they're more like Germans in this sense.
Yeah, I lived in Germany also, but I was also younger. Perhaps it was different. But yeah, the contact is different. It's difficult to make contact with people, and yeah, I think that's the things which is most difficult here. I'm happy to have children because then I can meet people on another level, which makes that I have friends now. but otherwise it's very difficult to make contact with people here.
But let's say if you decided to go out and actually take the initiative, how do Dutch people respond to that? Do they respond well, or are they
scared?
Oh, they're just not used to it.
They are scared. If you come and you smile to them, they're like, oh, help. What do they want from me? No, they are scared. They are not used to it. It's very, and they like it. They go to France on vacation because they love it. But when you do it here, they don't, they really, yeah. I'm dancing a lot when I'm going out. I dance. Now they are looking at me like I'm a very strange person coming from Mars or so, because I'm dancing. I'm like, we are at a party, there is some music. So, yeah, for me, it's normal. So it's very, it's very, but after that, when you know them, they are very trustful. You can trust them. They are really, but to know someone is very difficult. Yeah. Just to be able to have some friends is very difficult here.
Right. So that was that. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, Vinicius.
My question is, like, you said that you live in Germany and like Dutch right now, but what was the most like challenging thing for you at the beginning? Can you share a little bit with us what you go through and what you've learned? And I don't know, what was the first thing that you feel when you like move abroad? And what did you do at the beginning to like stay in the place, like feel that you like are in the place, you're not a foreigner, like you at the very beginning? What did you do?
Learn
That's
the
a great
language.
question.
When I arrived here, the biggest problem, I'm French, so it's Europa. So that was a little bit easier for me. I was lucky to have an husband who signed the paper to agree to be responsible for me, because otherwise I couldn't stay in the Netherlands. And then the big challenge was speaking the language, because I couldn't find work at the moment that I arrived here, because I couldn't speak Netherlands. So it was, it was very, at the beginning, that was the big things. How do you make some money? How can you leave? How can you make some money if you're not allowed to, if you cannot work? And I have a master's degree. And when I arrived in Netherlands, I couldn't find work because I couldn't speak Netherlands. So but I was like, I want to work. So I went to clean some rooms. But Netherlands people, they are like, you have the diploma, so you're not allowed to clean room. I was like, I need some money. Let me clean rooms. So it's just finding your way in how the how it's working with paper and everything. Also, it's very challenging. But I was not alone, so it's much more easier.
Okay, but in the very first like steps that you did, what you did like to get connect with other people? What place did you go? I don't know, just to know.
I went. I was not alone. I was with my friend here. So he was Netherlands. He was from Netherlands. So he had some, and we were living in a open camping, because we couldn't find a place to live. So we were just living in an open camping, and so I just met some people very quick, very easy, because on the camping, yeah, you cannot really hide. Sorry. So no, it was and it was very nice times. We living in the camping was a very good things to do at the beginning, to meet some new people, and then I stay in contact with these people, and after that I just through work I met some people.
Nice.
And later on was through the children. But it's and work is
Okay.
very helpful.
Valerie, I think it would be interesting for Vinicius to hear, like, okay, you start making friends, but which language did you use to speak? Because you didn't speak Dutch, right? So were you speaking French with the Dutch people? You speak
English.
English? How it
English.
was with the communication?
Yeah, it was in English because I met my husband in America, because
that's where I wanted to go. Tell him a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, I lived in America for almost a year, where I was food and beverage manager by a big resort, where I had to settle a French restaurant, and there I met my husband, which was he was a pilot, and he was working there in America, and so when I finished my year in America, I just came here, stay in English with each other till we just stay in English, and he learned French and I learned Netherlands, and we were speaking English at home mostly. So yeah.
All right.
That's
Thank
it.
you, Valerie. Aura, you have a question?
Yes, I just wanted to ask about what's the difference between the culture to where you used to live and where you live now, and what's your favorite part about living in the Netherlands?
It's wait, how am I going to say that? When I was in France, I had a lot of problem, and so at work, at least, I had a lot of problem with people which are saying they were going to do something and not doing it. I'm someone, when I say I'm going to do that, I'm doing it. And otherwise I say I'm not sure I'm going to do it, or if I will look at it. And that in France, people, they are just saying, yeah, no problem, I do it. And then after that, nobody's there, or nobody's coming up. And I had a lot of problem with this. And I went to live and work in Germany, and I had a totally different way of going. And I was like, yeah, that's what I like. People are, when they say I'm going to do that, they're doing it. And that's what I have also here in Netherlands. People are just really respectful. Respectful from each other. And that's what I miss now in France, and what I missed before also. There is not so much judgment about people when they don't know them. They just don't stop at how you look, but how you are. And they just try to know each other and takes the time to know each other. Here in the Netherlands, there is, I can live with my door open. What I cannot do anymore in France because of everybody burglar and so and live and here in Netherlands, my door is always open. Yeah, only at night I do it closed. But during the day, is my door always open? And that's something, yeah, it's just peaceful. My children can go out. They are now big, so, but when they were little, it's just coming home and just mom and takes a bike and I'm going away. I'm going. Where do you go? I don't know, but they are going, and I was quiet. I was not scared. I was not afraid that something is going to happen or so. You cannot have that in France anymore. So that's a big difference. And that's why I choose to stay here in Netherlands with my children instead of going back to France after my husband died. Because here it's still old-fashioned way how people are interacting and going on with each other, and I love it. Much more safe. Does it answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Valerie, you're so Dutch already. I mean, after 25 years, of course, you're more Dutch. You spend most of your life not in France, right? So not that French anymore, even if you
Yes.
sound so French.
Yeah.
Okay, anyhow, Vivian, we cannot see you, but we will listen to you. Go ahead with your question.
Sorry, because I'm driving. Because of this, I turn off the camera, but I will turn on so briefly. After, sorry, really soon I will be open. But now my question is about, do you have a religion, and a specific religion that you practice in Netherlands or not?
Alors.
There is a
For
difference.
me or for Netherlands? In Netherlands, we have a lot of Catholicism. I'm also Catholic, only I'm not practicing anymore. I have some problem with it since my husband died, I have to say. So my children are not baptized, and if they want to do it, they have to do it themselves. I won't do it, so I'm not going to church. And but here in south of Netherlands and north of Netherlands, it's very Catholic. Catholic. How do you say that? Catholic. So yeah, and there is also I'm not really in religion, I have to say, so I won't be able to answer your question very good, I think.
No problem, because maybe it's a question that you don't live too much, but that's okay. And in France, you do have a different vision, or do you think is both Catholically in most part of them?
I don't really understand your question.
So sorry. About France, the religion that people practice in France are different. Is different from Netherlands.
I'm Catholic, and if I go here to church, it's the same than in France.
Okay.
For the rest, I think here in Netherlands, people are more open. How do you say that? They accept the other one much more than in France, I think.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering me. Sorry, my stuttering, but it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Okay, we have Eric is back with another question. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, so what do you think is the difference? Well, first of all, I don't know if you lived enough in larger cities like Rotterdam or Amsterdam, but what is your opinion on the difference between big city life and small city life in the Netherlands? Because I know they're more to themselves, but I can imagine in the larger cities like Amsterdam or Rotterdam, it might be a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm living in little villages, so it's much more easy. And yeah, how do you say that? Yeah, my door is open because I'm in little villages. If I was in Amsterdam, I will not let my door open. Amsterdam, Rotterdam is a very big cities. A lot of people living there are, there is not a lot of Netherlands living in big cities anymore.
So foreigners, just mostly
Students,
foreigners.
no, not foreigners, but just students of people who are just not permanently living there. Netherlands is not a good word, but just people which are living shortly.
Right.
So they have like expats, people who come from another countries to work.
Expats of students of people who are just there for a year and going back to another city after that, because there is some people which are living in Maastricht and go to work in Amsterdam, but you just don't then have so and for tourists, a lot of tourists. And that's the cities are really living with that, and the people are just living around the city, but not in the city anymore because it's not livable. It's not. It's really different. Cities are really, crazy with all the bicycle. You cannot. I don't think.
Let's hold on that, Valerie. Adenilson, can you show us some pictures of how crowded the cities are with bikes everywhere? There are like 3 times more bikes than people everywhere in the continent.
It's amazing. When the first time I came here, my husband bring me to Amsterdam, and I saw the station in Amsterdam, and I saw the bicycle. I was like, oh my God, how can you find your bicycle back there? It's not possible. And you have to think that people are just cycling everywhere.
Do people just take any bike, or they really
No,
try
they
looking
have
for
their
their
own
own?
bike. Everybody has their own bikes, and they find it back in these kind of things.
You need some serious personalization to keep yours from blending in.
It's like find a needle in a haystack.
Right.
They all have their own
You try your
locker.
key, and if it's not opening the slot, then it's not your bike.
Oh, you have to put in a slot.
Yeah, they have a large slot and you have a key, and then you're just gonna try.
Kind of like how the supermarket little carts work.
Yes, so there you go. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
everybody have his own bicycle, But you see there the woman, the partner.
Oh, sorry.
Most of it's okay, it doesn't matter. Most of the parents are just taking their children to school with this, and they have one child behind, one child after, and they just go there with the children on the bicycle, and everybody look how old they are.
Look at this one.
It's amazing,
Right.
It's and in the south of Netherlands where I'm living, it's not flat. Where everywhere in Netherlands is flat. Where I'm living above a hill. My children hate me for that. because they have to go to school every day with a bicycle. My children are going to school every day with a bicycle, and my children choose to go to the closest school because they don't want to bicycle too much. So it's 5 kilometers. But there is other children who are just going 15 kilometers, but every morning to go to school and 15 to go back. So it's 45 minutes, and doesn't matter what for weather it is. So it's it's also a big difference with friends.
All
All
right.
right, let's go to Heider. He has a question.
Hi guys, hello Valerie,
Hi.
it's so nice to meet you. So the official colors, Netherlands official colors are white, blue, and red. They are the colors, Netherlands colors flags. All right.
Yeah.
So do you know why? The origin is also associated the Netherlands, especially Netherlands football team?
Because of the prince. The prince
Oh,
it's called Prince of Orange.
oh,
So that's
okay,
why we have the orange color, was it? So we have the flag,
okay,
and but the prince is called it's orange Nassau. I don't remember why, but it's because of the name of the prince, which
William
is
the
from
First. William the
Prince of
First.
Orange. Yeah,
William the First.
you see,
William of Orange.
you see William, yeah, Prince of Orange, William of Orange. So that's why we have the orange color also.
Oh, the color looks like orange, not red either. It's orange or red, this color,
It's
Valerie?
red.
It's
It's
red?
red.
red.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
red. It's red, white, and blue. Perhaps because you put orange, you just put it orange there.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's a prince. It's come from the prince because it's Prince of Orange. So that's why we have Orange Bay. Was it?
Okay, I would like to share with you here in Brazil. We have a small beautiful city called Olambra.
Oh,
Olambra is a
let me share.
beautiful
Let me share
city
the city here.
that was created from
Alhambra.
immigrants came from Brazil in the last century. And by the way, they work with the flowers. Olambra exports flowers to the world.
It's a mix between Holland and Brazil, so Holambra.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think
And they
it's
tried to
nice.
make. They made also some big garden with a lot of flowers in.
Yeah, the city of the flowers.
This nice colors from building, we don't have that in Holland. That's much too nice to be in Holland. In Holland, everything is the same. When you look at a street, most of the time, all the houses are the same in the street, and you're not allowed to change it, and you're not allowed to put a color on it.
How about castles? There are a lot of castles in Netherlands or not?
Yep, sorry, I have to open the door.
Okay.
Coming back.
Oh yeah, she told us that. There are some castles, but Holland is not that famous for castles. I think I visited Alhambra a couple of years ago, and my husband, he's Dutch, right? He was so disappointed. He was very disappointed because there's so many things like it's in miniature, right? You see the
Sorry,
picture,
I'm
you
back.
think, oh, it's gonna be amazing, but when you get there, oh my gosh, it doesn't look like it at all. Anyhow.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie.
You're welcome.
All right, Vinicius, you have a question?
Okay, I have a question. As a French people, I think that you love like the food, cuisine, and how about like when you move to Dutch, how do you deal with the difference between like the French food and like Dutch food?
Um, yeah, it depends with who I'm going to eat, but most of the time I don't invite people to eat at home. I just eat with my children at home, and I invite people after dinner. We eat very early here. We eat around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and so when I meet some people, I just say just come at 6:37. Then we don't have to make some food, and you just take you just get some little things to eat, and then it's I just do some French things sometimes. But it's really we had this discussion last time with Simone also. It's very difficult to have people to dinner, so I don't do that. And with my children, I just mix both of the cooking way, I have to say. Now sometimes I just do very easy Dutch things, and other times I just do French things, and yeah. It's just
Valerie, what do you miss the most? Which kind of food do you miss the most? Is there any supermarkets in the neighborhoods that you can go and buy French stuff? You don't do that anymore. Please share it with us.
What I miss the most, it's meat.
It's really bad here in the
That's
Netherlands.
a nice piece of a nice beef stick. Oh, the meat, the beef stick here in Netherlands is
filet mignon, filet mignon.
Oh no, een bon entrecôte. een T-bone, een entrecôte, I don't know, just red meat, just red meat.
I totally agree.
But
when I'm in Holland, in the Netherlands, I never eat meat, or
no,
we never go to the supermarket to buy meat there because it's really awful.
No,
but
it's
anyhow,
not.
Is that the thing that you miss the most? Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I have my friend here. Linda is here, and she's crazy about bread. I also don't think like she eats bread from the Netherlands. Do you, Linda? Or you miss your Belgian bread?
Hi, everybody. I think the bread is also different in the Holland, in the Netherlands. But you're for sure that the meat is not so good in Holland. No, it's very strange. Yes, I don't know how very basic. Yes, no much taste. Yes, it's very special.
Yeah.
But I think you can eat well in the Netherlands, but other things.
For sure, no, for sure. I'm eating very good, and but when I'm in France, I think my mother make beef stick every day, and I get for 1 week. I just get my red meat, and then I come back to Holland, and I stay 6 months without. No, you can eat very good. That's for sure. But that's what I miss. And when you say bread, I have to laugh at it, because when we go to France, we just come back with 10 baguettes, and we just cut it in two and we put it in the freezer, and then we have baguette in the morning for a couple of weeks.
I thought so, yes. Okay, yes, Laura. Laura has a question. Hello.
Hi, Laura.
Hello. Well, about the language, can everybody in Netherlands speak English, or just the young people? I don't know. How is that?
I will say 99% from the people can speak English.
Good.
You know what is it? It's here. It's amazing here in Netherlands, because all the Americans movies are just in English. They are just in American. They are not in Netherlands. So they stay in the original and also on TV. When you have an American show, it's just American. It's just
no subtitles.
No. Yeah, subtitle say subtitle in Dutch, yes. Subtitle in Dutch. But not doubled.
Okay. And do you think the language that Dutch is closer to German or to other language?
I always say Netherlands is a mix from German, French, English, and then sometimes you just put a new word on it just to say, hey, it's our language. It's very difficult. Yeah, it's a very big mix from a lot of different languages.
Wow.
So it's it's pretty difficult at the beginning because you have I always had some problem with it because I always went to Dutch, so to German, because I could speak German before. I forget about it, and could speak English and French, and then I had to speak Netherlands, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, much. It's possible. I did it, so it's possible. If I can
confirm it. It's a very difficult language. It is difficult. I'm still struggling to this day. I'm sure Valerie is also struggling, especially with some pronunciation. It's a very difficult language.
Yeah.
All right, Vinicius is back.
Oh yeah, I'm back. You said like you like learn some languages, so it's very like interesting, this thing. But tell us a little bit, how do you deal with it, like when you were learning like a new language? Because you are French, but what did you do when you like start learning other languages? Like you just like speak with other people, or like you go through a book and read and write and this like these things? What was your process like learning another language?
For me, I need to speak it. Naturally I was in France, and I had English at school. So I began with English at school, but I couldn't learn it. So my parents sent me to England, and I spent 2 weeks in a family in England, and I came back and I could speak English. And did the same. That's why I went to Germany also. I went 1 year in Germany, went to work there just to learn German. And for me, it's just like I like to speak. So when I arrive in a country and I want to communicate with people, then I force myself to speak. And that's how I learn Netherlands also. I just went to read. I read it was 25 years ago, so we still had papers and daily papers. So I just went to read the paper every morning and watch TV in English. I went to watch English show of movies, and it was subtitled in Netherlands, and that's how I learned to speak Netherlands. So, but yeah, I think I just want to speak with people. So I just try, and I do. And when I go on vacation, I do the same. Just go on vacation, and I begin to speak in Spanish if it's tough to be in Spanish, and I like it, so it doesn't matter. Think if
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good tip, because sometimes but you need like to express ourselves. But thank you.
Yeah, you have to try. You have to go to people and speak, and doesn't matter if you don't speak perfectly. I also don't speak perfectly English now, and I'm just with 12 people listening to me. That doesn't matter. I can express what I want to say. You can understand me, and that's how it's going. And that's how I think you learn languages. Just dare to go and just begin. And yeah, and you have hands and foot, and just go for it.
That's a good advice, Valerie.
Yeah, just try, just go.
Okay, I think Vivian had a question.
Hello. Now I'm
Hey,
at home. Safe
we
and
can
sound.
see
you're not
you
in the
now.
car anymore.
My question is about the cannabis because around the world, sometimes we speak, oh, Amsterdam, you can prove even food made by cannabis. And I admit that in 2014, I've been in Amsterdam and I had no courage to eat nothing because I didn't know. But have you had to try something with cannabis? What do you think about it? Because it used like a medicine my son uses, but in that time there was a lot of prejudice. I don't know the vision about even in Europe about the cannabis these days, the CBD product.
Okay, CBD product of really because here in Holland we have coffee shop, and it's allowed to buy and to smoke and to use cannabis. And CBD oil is different because there is no it's just
Medicine.
to just put the bad things away so that you're not going to
Okay.
die. So that's why I say, what do you want to hear about CBD or about cannabis?
And it happens some effect when we eat. It's effect or just
okay. Then it's the cannabis. Then it's the cannabis with the coffee shops. Now, here in Netherlands as well is allowed, and so you just go to shops, like you go to and you like to go. You go to a bar, you go to a shop. There is a shop, and you just have a card, a menu card, and you can choose which one you want to try, and you can choose to buy it in a bag and to make your own to roll your own cigarettes.
I know it.
Or if you can ask them to roll it for you, and they do that also. So what I think about it, I think it's not bad. It's not a bad things because it's allowed. I think we have less problem with it about it and with it than when it's not allowed. After that, like everything, like cigarettes, like alcohol, like it's like everything. There is people which are going to be addicts, and for them it's then a problem that it's allowed. But yeah, I think it's not a bad thing. I speak a lot with my children about it. I have a son from 14 and there's one from 20. The one from 20, I just try it with him. Just say to him, come, you're 18 now, so going to do it. And I just made space cake with him, just learn him how to make space cake. And he said to me, I'm going to do it with my friends. I said, no, you're going to do it with me, because I want you to be in a safe place when you're going to try it, and because it's allowed, you can do that. And in France, it's not allowed. And I had to do it behind the back to my parents. And not always in the good condition and not always in a good way. So I think it's not that bad. I'm pretty poor. Yeah, you can bring it easier to your children, I think. And I think it's not that bad if you take the time to explain to your children what can go wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Does
you
it
for
answer your
answering.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very good question, and I think we could go on for a long time talking about this. But just to finish with this question and also with the session, you do have to show your ID when you go to the coffee shops, as we call it. You have to prove that you have the Dutch residency, like me. I'm Belgium. I cannot just go
Tourists not.
everywhere.
Tourists can't prove.
No, there are some limitations for tourists as well. Like my brother, he came last year and he just wanted to walk everywhere and buy stuff. It's not allowed. So you do have to be Dutch to do that.
Interesting.
You have to
Yeah,
be
you have to
I'm
show
French,
your
I have a French
ID.
passport, but on my passport is written that I'm living in Netherlands with my address in Netherlands.
Then
And
you're allowed.
then I'm allowed to buy it. But if
Yeah,
you're
I
not
think it's very
living in
important
Netherlands, you're
to
not allowed to
know.
buy it.
Yes, that it's important to know that it's not like you're going to the supermarket. I want this, and that, and I buy it.
Yeah, for
No,
me,
there are
yes.
features, and you have to show your ID when you do that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, time's
Thanks
up.
for sharing.
It was really good, Valerie, and I'm so glad you made it because you were concerned about 1 hour being too long for you, but you just did it very smoothly and you were answering very calmly all the questions. It was really nice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks to everybody to listen to me. It was nice to meet you, all of you guys. Thank you.
That's great to hear that you had a good time. For the rest of you, thank you guys a lot for being here. Next Saturday, we have another guest, and I hope to see you then.
Thank you, guys. Have a great week
Thank
ahead.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you.